Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal giving you another podcast. We are on the 42 or 42nd edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you are having a great new year so far. Fresh year 2018. We are on January, but then again, time goes so fast that tomorrow may be already February. So it is quite interesting to see. Not only that, this is the month of the resolutions, from working out, from dieting, from all the food that you have ate back in December, lose weight, diet and exercise. Not only that, we are taking a break from spending money, and this is our time to also relax. But we cannot relax because there are some news and current events are happening, and also the Consumer Electronic Show of 2018 was on full swing in Las Vegas. So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about Uniqlo surpassing their sales, basically surpassing their sales outside of Japan. First time that has happened. And also luxury brands price increases, whether it be overt operations or covert operations. And so let's go ahead and start the Mr. Informal 42nd edition podcast. So our first topic is going to Uniqlo. So for the first time in company's history, the international sales have surpassed Japanese sales. That means that anything outside Japan has basically surpassed Uniqlo owns countries in terms of sales. We are looking at $2.7 billion in sales. That is only outside of Japan. Now, inside Japan, they made $2.5 billion. That tells you that this brand has a strong Japanese presence. Not only that, they have a very strong Japanese sales. Uniqlo basically sells a lot of basic, classic, and also trendier items that you basically need in life and whatever you want to wear. So anything classic, you get there, or you see it there. If you want something reasonably priced but also well quality, you should also shop there. But it is also not the trendiest store. Now, going back to the profits, what does this really mean? Well, it's basically that they know that they're looking at the numbers that they're expanding, meaning they are seeing growth outside of Japan, which means that they will also invest in international presence. That means that they will most likely hire more people. They will also build more stores in different countries, especially in the US and Canada, and then also in other Asian markets. Now, I'm pretty sure they already have stores in Brazil or in South America, in Europe, in Africa, and so. But this also means that we are growing. We need more presence. We need more market share. Now, is Uniqlo considered fast fashion? Yes, it is. I think Uniqlo should, and it looks like it will overtake H&M at this current rate. They just have to make sure that they are absolutely adapting to the market, and also have a subconscious, because these days people are getting too offensive. So whenever they have screen prints on certain shirts or certain hoodies, then they should also make sure they are sensitive about the current trends. It's the sign of the times, people. Sign of the times. Now, I'm also glad that Uniqlo is expanding. Now, to me, the next move that they should do is maybe they could actually improve their fit, because their fit are always messed up. Whenever I go there, I only buy the t-shirts because everything else has a very, very odd fit. When it comes to their jeans, their shirts, their pants, especially their sweaters. Their sweaters are quite odd. I mean, I'm basically in between medium or small, or sometimes I'm a medium, which I can't even figure out the company's odd fit. And I think people just buy this because they're looking for classic items, classic menswear or women's wear, and you're looking for something basic, whether it be a solid shirt. So I think that's what a lot of people tend to go to Uniqlo for. Not only that, Uniqlo has a very well quality type items at a reasonable price. So when you go buy shirts, sometimes they're $10 or even $20. And so it is quite interesting that they are suddenly improving in terms of international sales. But the biggest surprise was that I did not know that they were that big in Japan. Now let's not forget here, okay, Uniqlo is still behind H&M and Zara in sales, okay, but they are rising. Now, does that mean that they're going to be the next H&M? Well, we'll see. But like I said, they should know how to adapt in a quick environment, especially if they're expanding this quickly. And they should not be afraid to take risk. Now don't be dumb when it comes to the risk taking. And hopefully they do become much more successful and they actually fix their odd fit. So at the end of 2017, Chanel has raised their prices immensely. It's a lot of price increase, but Chanel is not the only company that's guilty of this. Or maybe I'm using the wrong word, guilty. They're not the only one that's making moves like these. Louis Vuitton has done it, Versace has done it, Gucci has done it, Fendi has done it. Basically all luxury brands. So I'll give you an example, okay? So Chanel, the mini classic flap, original price was $3,100 and now it's $3,300, $200 price increase. The medium classic previously was $4,900 and it is now $5,300. Now the jumbo quilted maxi flap, the jumbo classic flap, or basically the classic Chanel quilted bag, was previously $5,500 and is now $5,900, increase of $400. That's a lot of money we're talking about here. Now, can they really do that? Well, they can, because they're a company that are trying to gain more profits, but they are also trying to maintain their name as a luxury brand at a cost of a premium price or a higher price. But a lot of people caught on with this. They did it very sneaky. They did it behind the scenes, or they raised the price without announcing it. But people caught on, and so we saw the news. And so, look, luxury brand will always be at a premium price. But why not just announce it? What's wrong with just announcing a price increase? Are you afraid of having a backlash within your customer? Look, if people want it, they'll buy it. So what's the matter? But then again, if you do like Chanel, maybe you're better off buying classic Chanel or vintage Chanel items. There might be better price, because right now it seems like Chanel is a higher price than Louis Vuitton, and yet Louis Vuitton has a better name. It's much more reputable. Louis Vuitton also has a larger reseller market than Chanel. What is Chanel's trying to prove here? I don't get it. Can somebody tell me? The fact that they can just raise a price increase behind the scenes just tells me that they're trying to preserve their name. That's all they're trying to do. they're not, the Chanel is not known for their designs. Well, maybe the classic Chanel jacket or the ensemble, but other than that, they're not really known for their design. All they're known for is just maybe luxury materials and handbags, but that's basically it. People are not buying Chanel jackets or Chanel dresses unless it's a very custom Chanel dresses for Golden Globes or Academy Awards or certain awards type show, but they're not. So I don't know. I haven't really asked many Chanel fans, but all I can say is they're not gonna be very happy about this. But if you're new to Chanel and if you're a millionaire or you have some money to spend and you like Chanel, hey, why have at it? Buy it. It's your money. But for Chanel to do this behind the scenes is not very good in my opinion. If you are a brand with a cult following, why not just announce it or have a warning or disclaimer stating that after 2017 the price of certain items will go up? What's wrong with that? I really don't. I mean, inflation is gonna happen sooner or later. I mean, it's not that hard if you are becoming honest with your customers, especially your loyal customers. And I always have a problem with luxury brands doing this. They do it behind the scenes, they get caught, but obviously they don't care. So if they don't care, why not just announce it? But then you get a little bit of backlash, but then people still buy it. So again, why not just announce the price increase, or again give them a bit warning? But I'm not really sure who's running Chanel nowadays. I don't. Is it Karl Lagerfeld? Could be, but then again, I don't really care for him. So, in electronic news, the Consumer Electronics Show was on in Las Vegas, Nevada this past week. A lot of electronics, obviously, because it is a show about electronics. Also, a lot of concepts. A lot of technology that will be heading our way this year, also in the incoming future, whether it be 2019 or 2020, whenever. Exciting times for the electronic industry. But this is the Consumer Electronics Show, not the concept electronics show. So we have the standard typical big screen TVs, projectors, Netflix, Hulu advertising themselves. We also got the new hot trend going on in the market, which are our smart speakers connected to Alexa. Could be Cortana, Siri, or maybe Google Now. Then we also have smart speakers, whether it be Bluetooth speakers, new soundbar speakers with connected device, and then we also have home theater system. We also have the flying taxi that's happening. That was exciting. And then we autonomous how do you say that? Basically cars that drive themselves. So that's quite interesting. We also have an upgrade on Apple CarPlay, also Android Auto. So that's exciting. We also got headphones. We got headphones. We also have a big presence from the Chinese manufacturers, whether it be Hisense, TCL, and Huawei. Huawei showed off their 6-inch phones. Nothing exciting. They show waterproof presentation, but that wasn't exciting. We got TCL new TVs. I'm excited for the 6 series, especially the 65-inch. I might think about buying that this year. Hopefully it is at a reasonable price. Also good technology there. And then we got Hisense with their TVs, also buying off Sharp. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. And then we also have the smartwatches, not from Apple but from others such as Fitbit and other companies such as Huawei and so. We even have a Sony, and so there's a lot of things happening. But here's the problem that I have with this show. There's nothing exciting about this show. Nothing. Yes, I said some exciting news and some exciting trends, but those exciting things are not gonna come out this year, such as the flying taxi. We even have the cars that are driving themselves. That's not gonna come out this year. Again, it's the concept electronic show, not the consumer electronic show. And the only thing that may be close to excitement is the TV, but again, where's the revolutionary items? What about holograms? What happened to the holograms? Do we only see that in concert? Samsung announced the wall, but the true gem in the show was the micro LED, which is basically like OLED, but it doesn't have the drawbacks of OLED, which means it doesn't have the burn-in retention problems that OLED has. So the micro LED that Samsung showed up is quite exciting, but that's not gonna come out to the consumer until 2020, which is too bad. OLED by LG again is still expensive. You can't even get one lower than $1,000. And Sony, still overpriced, even though their TVs are good, but they're still overpriced compared to the competition. And with Google, again, they're just showing up their smart speakers, nothing really special. Google Now, so and so. And with mobile phones, again, things are becoming plateaued, that people are resorting to bigger screen, which I don't understand. You might as well buy a tablet with a SIM card in it. But then again, people have their own reasons. So the Consumer Electronics Show this year was nothing special. Was nothing revolutionary. Was nothing evolutionary, as a matter of fact. And because a lot of the exciting stuff, again, it's not coming out this year, and which is too bad. I would have loved to see maybe cars that driving themselves on sale this year, or maybe later this year. I would have loved to see smarter speakers. I would have loved to see holograms that can come out this year. Hologram TV, maybe hologram watches. Watches that display holograms. That's pretty cool. Just like R2D2 having that message with Leia, if you know what I mean, from the episode 4 of Star Wars, the first Star Wars, A New Hope. There you go. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. That's the one. So I would have loved to see that. Things are this show is becoming more of a concept than a consumer, which is too bad. And you know what, as a consumer, it's quite disappointing. We all just love to see the future? Don't we all want to live in the future? I certainly do. And I wish manufacturers would actually produce something that they could actually bring out. Why not present these technology at the same time they're coming out, such as micro LED from Samsung? Why can't they just present it 2020 and then release it in the same day? That way the technology is better. And so that's just how I feel about the Consumer Electronics Show this year. Sounds disappointing, but I am disappointed. If you were excited, let me know down in the comments below. And so that basically concludes the Mr. Informal 42 edition podcast. Hopefully you learned something today, and hopefully you have something to discuss today. And so if you have any further comments, let me know down in the comments below. I will see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.